And we don't know. And we see a foundation that is going on. And a small portion of land left. I don't know where the original boundary of this place is. Whether it is just like this or up to that level. So that we know why some other people may be building this thing on a university land. Well, we're supposed to also building it. And we want to build our own. So if that is the case, then their own space is far bigger than ours. So may we know actually the bone of contention why we must be here.
Okay. Actually, the issue is the land where we are standing. It's a university property, it's a university land. But we observed one day that the Catholic chaplaincy, the Roman Catholic chaplaincy, led by the Reverend Father there, Father Chaitanya, erected a wall and placed it right at my pillar there at the chapel gate. So,
and that's the chapel gate?
That's the chapel gate.
Okay.
And when that thing happened ab initio, we thought it was the university doing the project, so we kept cool. Until one day when it rained and severe flood ravaged the entire chapel building. So we tried to do a little opening so that flood can pass. At the end of the day, the Reverend Father called and said it was his facility that we trespassed. I said, how come here that we all know that belongs to the university? So how come it's your own land? So quickly we did a paper to the university authorities and asked them to look into the matter, that one person does not wake up one day and lay claim to what belongs to the public. Public facility is meant to serve public good and not a section of the people, because all of us here, both Anglican chaplains here, the Catholic chaplains, all of us are stakeholders in the public university project. So the Vice Chancellor received a petition and directed the DPP. They came here and did extensive work, and eventually we have information that they came up with a finding that the land in question belongs to the university, and the provost was asked to recover the land. So only provost knows what he's doing with the father or whatever. And then on Holy Tuesday, we came and we discovered that he was using bulldozer to level and bulldoze everywhere. Issues therefrom made the college authorities to summon a crucial meeting on Wednesday. I was there with the Senate Administrative Secretary. We met at 11 at the Provost's office. That meeting was chaired by Acting Provost, Professor Ejatuchukwu Alobi, and allowed them to communicate the findings to the university. We ended around 4:30. Another meeting was convened between myself and Father Chaitanya with the college authorities. A lot of issues were raised. He was talking about the gate. They told him that you cannot be talking about a gate in a land that seemingly belongs to the university. You lay claim to it. The university says it's their own. The Anglican Assembly says this land belongs to the university. So why are you talking about the gate? That you should hold on. So at the end of that heated discussions and arguments, the Professor Ejatuchukwu that led the panel, they all agreed and directed us to stay action. That was the language, that all actions should be stayed until they transmit their findings through the provost to the Vice Chancellor. And then the Vice Chancellor will communicate all parties involved. So we ended the meeting, everybody went there. The next day, Thursday, Father Chaitanya and his men continued building on the same land. Friday, they continued. And the provost seemed, Professor Udigwe, the sitting provost, seemed to be supporting them and assisting them, asking me to remove the stand I placed there I'm using to build my work, to remove it. I asked him to remove it for what? So I should get it off for a party to have unhindered access to continue to perpetuate impunity. Does that mean, so one aspect now has a monopoly of violence in a system? I told him that university system is an epitome of civility, where human beings behave like humans, not brigandage and hooliganism in the university. So I said, no, we will not accept it, we will not succumb to this. Am I aware that the Vice Chancellor directed through the DVC that actions on the land be stayed? It's an official communication. Provost is aware. Maybe he felt we don't know. He still kept it. He substituted that particular directive. We are not allowing it to be implemented here, so that Father Chaitanya and his men will continue to do what they're doing on the land that belongs to all. So they came on 2 days ago and removed our son. On the directive of the provost. I was aware of what they were doing, but I felt there was no need wasting my time with them. So let them do their own. When we ended revival hour that Tuesday, my students returned our sons to the position of the sun. We told them that, one, the issues at stake. One, this land belongs to the university. And through another official communication, we wrote to the vice chancellor through the provost that if the university is now tired, they don't know what to do, the land should be divided equally. And the Anglican chaplaincy giving their own. That one person does not wake up and lay claim to what belongs to all. This is an egalitarian society as it's supposed to be. And it's not supposed to be where one person will just lay claim and just commandeer everything to his side. So now, that's the first issue. We told them that issue of installing gate there will not be there. One, the land in question belongs to the university, and you cannot be talking about installing gates in a public land. Again, everyone knows that there's this issue of perennial flooding. If, for instance, we are very close, I'll show you that there's a pit, a very big pit, dug there long before we came there. Because this place is slopey. All the waters that run from Fragani terminates here. If you meet flood here, you will run away if you meet flood here. So, because of that, the pit was done. When he placed the fence initially, he started giving us, each time it rained, we will always be at the receiving end, packing flood. The chapel, we've been in perpetual suffering there. Every time it rains, we'll be packing flood. And they know that. Now, that issue has not been addressed. Everyone knows that. Now, he wants to install a gate to close it completely. So that maybe when we woke up one morning, we saw that the chapel building has caved in because of the effects of the ravaging flood. And I said, no, it's not going to be.
Thank you very much. Any other question? Any other question?
We actually want to know, Chaplain, we actually want to know the boundary. We are talking about chapel land, university land. We are talking about personal land. Where is the boundary?
The issue at stake is clear. This is the demarcation. When they started what they were doing here, they allowed this place to remain. It was when we intensified our issue that the matter is clear that I noticed they came and brought this one down lately. Now, if you follow it, look at it, that place. You can see it. The pillar there is the pillar that leads to Maryland. That building you see is Maryland. Catholic chaplaincy, they call it Maryland. If you follow it, you will see it straight there. Now, from this place to this place is university land. That building you are seeing now,
here, the university land.
that building you see now is done by Professor I.B.A.1. All of you are adults, you all went to school. You are from an Igbo, you are Igbos. I don't know when land starts to go like this. Look at the fence. You see how he brought it? He curved it and just to move that one away. Then Professor One asked him a question. Who came here? Everyone has been living here for long and got Vice Chancellor's approval to do that. So she built her research center in the land of the university, and you woke up one morning and said you went to the back and bought a land that belongs to the university. And the engineer is still very much alive. His tenure just ended as the university director of works. Told the provost before everybody here, said it in many occasions that the land in question belongs to the university. Professor Udigwe, in connivance with Father Children and others, felt they could sweep it under the carpet. Do me like this and like that. The more you look at it, less you see, and then go ahead. And I said, no, things don't work like that any longer. University belongs to all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Admin said we will ask you some question because from information we got from you were here, you met with DVC and some other members of the university on this as deputy provost. Okay, deputy provost. On this particular issue, what was the...
Okay, thank you all. Venerable Chukun Ansari is my name, the Administrative Secretary of the Diocese of Nnewi. I happen to be at the meeting where this particular matter was also discussed with the deputy provost presiding at the instance of the provost, and an issue was raised that day. First, if at the end of the meeting, Father Chetana was asked to stay action, just like always Anglicans has been asked, the chaplains has been asked to stay action to the chaplain, and he normally obeys. That if Father Chetana was asked to stay action on this land, what will happen? And the answer was that he will not, because we asked that question, that he will not. And they gave instances of many times in this particular college community when he was told not to do something by the management, and he went ahead and nothing happened. And eventually we found out, we came down here first that day with the deputy provost. After our discussion at the office, we all came down here and we saw everything ourselves. We saw this fence, saw the land in question and everything. And even we had some confrontation with the workers. They abused the deputy provost that day, to the point that he was annoyed. And he instructed them immediately to stop the work. And they stopped that work instantly. Even the guy that was supervising it even came to his office to apologize for the type of words he used on him. Eventually, after they had our own session, another session with Father Chetana, and the direction was that you should stay action. Eventually, to our chagrin, we had also that the provost commanded, not even directed, that our own chaplain should remove the 2 trips of sand, the sand he kept in front of his own entrance, okay, for the plastering of the vicarage. You can see the vicarage here. He told him to remove it so that Father Chetana could have unrestricted and unhindered access into the land in question to continue doing what he is doing. That he can, if he refuses, he will use legal action, that he will direct the works committee to come and they remove it. And eventually, true to his word, he did that. Day before yesterday, we were told that the works committee came and they removed the sand that we are using to work here. And after everything, the evening time, our students, members of the chaplaincy, returned the sand to where we kept it before. So from all indication, the provost has conspired and connived with Father Chetana not to allow due process and justice to prevail and fairness to prevail in this matter. Note that this matter is already with the vice chancellor, and the provost is here to make sure that peace reigns. But from one side, I can see he has already tilted himself to one side against the other, and it is an anomaly and it's an aberration, and we are not taking it, and we are saying no to that. Right thing must be done. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. We have seen what we are saying here, and the obvious is that some little things are being done in order to thwart the Anglican chaplaincy here. It is obvious, and you can see how somebody can come on a land of a university, a federal university at that, to take charge as if it is his own, and that no other person can speak or do anything. But we cannot take it like that. We are no cowards, because we are of this land. Nobody will take monopoly of violence, of impunity. Anybody can do anything if the law will not take its course. So what we are doing, what actually we are doing here, is to see and let the world see actually what is happening, so that whatever is taking place, people will understand. We are not going to kill anybody, but we will tell him that he's nobody. He's a priest like us. And the person here is a priest as well. So he will not come here to do anything he likes. We must not take it like that. We must not let it go that easy. If the university don't know what to do about it, just like the chaplain has said, let them divide the land evenly. Not just they take lion's share of the whole thing. We cannot allow it. It can never be. If the university don't know what to do, we tell them what to do. So that is our own stake. on this matter. And we're not going to let it lie down like that. So we must take action and do something. Because we have seen that someone, just a singular person and his cohorts, want to intimidate us on a land that we know that the donors of this land are Anglicans. They gave it to TTC, the Anambra State government, old Anambra State government, to erect a TTC, which metamorphosed to College of Health Sciences. So why should they do that kind of thing? Why should we allow them to do that? Is it because we are civil? Is it because we don't want to go violent and we want to follow the course of law? So we cannot allow that to happen because we are owners of this land. Thank you very much.
Let me just put it on record.
Okay, I want to ask questions.
I want to know if the Anglican chaplaincy land also belongs to the university.
No, we bought the land.
What I want to point out.
We bought the land from the owners of the land.
So the Anglicans haven't gotten any land from the university.
We have asked for that before, but they refused.
Why should they give now
That's the
to the
question.
Roman Catholic?
That is the question.
But that's exactly what I wanted to put on record. That the Roman Catholic chaplaincy has not been when the Anglican chaplaincy
have not gotten
have been given their own land. We have a chapel here, but that chapel was bought with the chaplaincy money. We bought from the owners of that land, not from university owners, not from the university. The university has not. In fact, they are supposed to give the two denominations land for building of chapels, but they have not done that. Now, if they want to do it now, I think the right thing for them is to be egalitarian. All we are asking for is equity. Let the right thing be done. If you want to give out this land, divide it into two equal parts, not lopsided, not one being bigger than the other. It should be divided into two equal parts, then the Roman Catholics will take their own, the Anglicans will take their own. So that is just what we are asking for, and that is what we stand to say and demand, that the university community has a lot of stake in this matter. They have to act, otherwise.
Okay, that's it. We thank you very much. Now, I want to say something just before we go. The place that this our chapel placed the sand that were asked to pack it out was the same place they were packing sand when they were building this place, because there was no opening here before. It is just a recent development that they opened this place to put a gate. So we have been packing that, and the provost has every idea. It has been there. So what we are trying to say is that it is obvious that they are just playing some gimmicks which will not pay. So whatever they are doing, and I know again that this particular entrance was done by this chapel. There was, prior to this time, there was a filling station abandoned. There was no entrance to this place. Formerly, they were building the primary school. We came and appealed. They gave access to this place through the filling station. They cut down the trees, or rather uproot them, and build the road to this place. Then the chapel built it. The university did not
dismantle
the filling station,
uprooted the trees and
build the road.
And made the road.
And that's why it is called
Chapel's Road.
Resurrection Avenue.
So that's what the point we want to make here. This is Resurrection Avenue, given by the by the community, because they built the road to this place, because that is the only access road to this place before. Thank you very much. That's good.
From the fence, yeah, you can buy the gate. Ever hacking the entrance gate, chapel.
Still, no one was in Pusala Janna or Chapsant, Midizo, Ulfancha complete. What would you follow?